Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fenya and I am your personal esthetician. In today's video, of course, I want to talk to you guys about skincare, but mainly I want to educate you guys on retinoids. So I know there's a lot of controversy out there. I know there's a lot of information out there, so much confusion. So I really want to educate you guys, talk to you guys about how to use it, what it actually does, and how to incorporate it in your skincare routine. So before we get started, you guys know the drill. Like and subscribe, and let's get to it. So now let's discuss, what do retinoids do in the skin? So retinoids, retinoids, retinoic acids, all of those ingredients, your body converts that into vitamin A. Vitamin A actually helps with cell turnover. So it gets rid of the old skin, brings the healthy skin to the surface. And it actually, what it does is it tells the skin to start functioning normally, and it helps with any free radicals. So vitamin A is an antioxidant. It helps to prevent any free radical damage to a healthy cell, and it protects the healthy cell. Retinoids can actually help brighten the skin, smooth any texture, and help promote collagen and elastin. So most of you guys have been asking me this question: what is the difference between retinoids, retinols, retinoic acid, and retinol palmitate? I know it's super confusing and there's so much out there, but the best way I can explain it is they pretty much do the same thing. All of these retinoids convert into vitamin A in your body, but the difference is that retinoids are more prescription. Retinols are more over the counter. So as I mentioned, retinoids are prescription. So mainly when your doctor prescribes Retin-A to you, usually is because you have acne or acne scars or severe acne, cystic acne. The following three retinoids are the main prescription that they will prescribe to you, which is tretinoin, Differin gel, and adapalene. These are very strong active retinoids that are prescribed by only your doctor or dermatologist. So I do want to emphasize this, guys. Stronger retinols, retinoids does not mean it's better for you. The reason why we have different strengths and prescription strengths is because some people have much resilient skin, or they have much more active, stubborn active acne, or just scarring. So they need much more higher dose of retinoids than retinols. You can get prescription anywhere from 1% to 5%, which are pretty strong. I know it sounds very low, but because retinoids are more acid form, they're much stronger. So I've never really seen a doctor prescribe 5% in my field as much as I've worked with doctors and plastic surgeons, but it is doable. They are pretty strong. Now, over-the-counter retinols are more of a fatty form, which means it's a slow-releasing retinol, and your body could adjust and adapt to the retinol much quicker and much easier, which means you can use it more often and it won't cause more of the sensitivity that a Retin-A can. So here's another common question people ask me is, how do you use retinoids? I'm just going to call it vitamin A. That way you guys know I'm generally speaking all retinols. How to use vitamin A's correctly. So the best way I would suggest it, because most people have sensitive skin, some people have never used any type of vitamin A, and they're slowly bringing this into their skincare routine. So the best way to bring vitamin A into your skincare routine is actually bringing it slowly. So I usually dedicate days. I start, let's say, Mondays and Thursdays are my retinol nights. So I'll only apply retinol those 2 nights for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, just to make sure my skin adapts to it and it's acclimated, there's no sensitivity. Then I will bump it up to 3 times a week. Now, if you're using Retin-A, which is the prescription, I would still do the same thing. And listen, my opinion, this is my opinion only, even if it's prescription, I don't agree with professionals or doctors that prescribe this to use daily, morning and nighttime, because vitamin A can cause sensitivity. So I start slow and build up from there. Now, I know some people out there may not agree with me, but I think it's best to start slow and build up versus buying the product or getting the prescription, using it every single day, causing sensitivity. Now you have to stop, take a long break, and start all over again. So start slow, build up. So there are 4 rules when it comes to vitamin A. First rule, You want to make sure you are not exposed to sun, because one major issue that can happen is you can burn your skin and cause permanent pigmentation. So if you have, again, retinols, retinoids, any of these vitamin A's on your skin and you're out and about, or you used it a night before, then you went to the beach and got this amazing tan, well, guess what? You have caused your skin to potentially get hyperpigmentation, possibly a permanent hyperpigmentation. So you really want to make sure if you're going to use any type of vitamin A, do not go to the beach the next day. So give your skin a few days of a break from the retinol. That way your skin is not sensitive, not irritated, or any of that, because just remember, the dead skin is supposed to protect you, and that's your shield. So if you are using a vitamin A a night before, that has removed the dead skin layers already, and then if you go to the beach, that will cause sensitivity damage in the long haul. And also make sure you wear sunscreen, of course. Rule number 2, guys, always take a break with your retinols. Don't use retinol 6 months throughout the year every single day. Take a break, let your skin regenerate itself, heal itself, and get back on it again. And if you have taken a long break, let's say a week, 2 weeks, a month, start slow and build up again. Rule number 3, very important. Please, if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, do not use any vitamin A, whether it's prescription, over the counter, any type of retinoid. Do not use. You are not supposed to be on any of these vitamin A's if you are breastfeeding or if you're pregnant. And the reason why is it can cause birth defects. It can cause issues to the fetus. So you really want to make sure you are off of this stuff and check your products when you do find out you are pregnant. Rule number 4, guys, always protect your skin. Wear a sunscreen, a hat, a visor, something that will protect your skin from any sun exposure, any heat to the skin. Now, so many people don't realize that vitamin A can be in all shapes and sizes. So you can have a gel formulation, a serum formulation, oil formulation, and a cream formulation. So for example, my Retinol Radiance is more of a serum formulation. It's very lightweight and very liquidy. All right, guys, so I wanted to demonstrate how I apply my retinol, what I layer it with, and what I apply over the retinol. So I don't have any face makeup. I do have eyeshadow and some lip gloss and eyeliner, but I kept my skin bare. That way I don't have to go wash my face and come back. So let me pull my hair back and let's get started. So before I apply my retinol, I'm going to apply these 2 serums. They're my favorite serums when I'm applying my retinol. This one is called the Ultimate Growth Factor, which has a ton of stem cells, protein, great for anti-aging. Then you have the Phyto Calming Serum, which is great for calming the skin to make sure your skin doesn't get irritated, sensitive. It has arnica, aloe, cucumber, so it's awesome before applying your retinol. So I'm going to take about 4 to 5 drops of the Ultimate Growth Factor. I just kind of eyeball it and just apply it all over your skin. And this particular serum is perfectly safe to put it right under the eye area. Perfectly safe. Okay, so we have this. Then I'm going to layer it with the Phyto Calming Serum. Again, I'm going to eyeball this because I have a heavy hand. So I'm going to apply about 5 to 6 drops. But I'm just eyeballing it. And just apply it all over your skin and including your under eyes as well. This serum and the Ultimate Growth Factor can be applied right under the eyes. Actually, the copper complex can be as well. So if you have any of these 3 serums and you want to apply the copper complex, the Phyto Calming, and the Ultimate Growth Factor right under the eyes, you're perfectly fine to do so. All right, guys, so now that I have my 2 favorite serums on, I'm going to grab my retinol, which is the Retinol Radiance. Now, this is a little bit on the active side. It's not too light. It has glycolic acid, lactic acid, and of course, retinol. So what I do is I give it a little shake because it is a liquid formulation. So I give it a little shake, and I do about 1 to 2 pumps, and I apply it to my skin. Now you do want to make sure you stay away from your under eye area. This is not formulated for under eye. Your under eye is much more thinner, so you don't want to apply this under eye area. Just stay at the orbital bone. And then of course, drag it down to your neck, girls or boys. Okay, so after I apply my retinol, I give it maybe like 30 seconds to a minute, let it sink in. I'm just gonna grab my Moisture Renew, which is one of my favorite moisturizers. It's not because I formulated it, but I do love it because it's lightweight, oil-free, it has apricot, it has hyaluronic acid in there, arnica, really great stuff. It does penetrate into the skin. You don't feel any residue or stickiness. So I'm going to grab my moisturizer, and I take about maybe this much. Show it in the palm of my hand, this much. And I do take a little bit of my Glow Elixir. Again, guys, I like my skin dewy, and trust me, this is not gonna dilute your retinol. You will have your retinol, it is absorbing into the skin already, so you're good. I take a little bit of the oil, mix it into my moisturizer, like so, about 3 drops. Mix the two together and apply. And I love mixing oils with retinol because I feel like your skin just absorbs the product really nicely and your skin doesn't feel dry and dehydrated or flaky look the next day. It's just nicely balanced, which is why I always say when you use retinols, try to use more of gentle serums. Don't use like glycolic acid and mix it with the retinol because you're going to probably cause sensitivity. So you always want to use an active ingredient, but not sensitizing ingredient, if that makes sense. So active as in stem cells, protein, even vitamin C's actually will do really well with retinol, but you want to make sure what's blended with the vitamin C. So I do have my antioxidant serum, which is a vitamin C, but it has green tea in there. It has vitamin E in there, ferulic acid. So it is more of a gentle vitamin C than the other over-the-counter vitamin C's are because of the green tea in there. So I have heard some people say that they use hyaluronic acid with retinols, and that's okay too, but I find it because hyaluronic acids, now if you haven't seen my hyaluronic acid video, check the video out. It does give you a lot of information as to what hyaluronic acid does, but I'll briefly mention it. Hyaluronic acid needs moisture to trap the hydration into your skin. So I find it when you use a retinol, it does exfoliate the skin, so it can give you that drying effect, which defeats the purpose of using a hyaluronic acid. So I find it that I would rather use the 2 serums that I mentioned or a vitamin C with retinol versus more of the hyaluronic acid ingredient. So let's talk about the do's and don'ts. So first of all, I would not suggest using retinols in the morning time. As I mentioned, you don't want to cause sensitivity, irritation to the skin, and cause more damage in the long haul. So you don't want to expose your skin to any type of heat, such as saunas or working out really intensely that can cause major sweating, or like yoga, hot yoga, anything like that, because if your skin is already sensitive and you're doing all these activities that creates more heat to the skin, you may get more sensitive. Again, guys, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, do not use any type of vitamin A, retinol, retinoic acid, any of those. Always apply SPF. No matter what. If you have used it, are using it, or have not, always wear sunscreen. Now, as you guys can see in my demonstration, I did not use any harsh acids before the retinol or after the retinol. I don't use beta hydroxy acids, which is BHA, or alpha hydroxy acids, which is AHA, salicylics, or any type of acids before using my retinol. I will use it maybe a couple of days later, but not at the same time. One more major thing, I don't think people realize this, but don't get wax or laser treatment the night of you using a retinol or the day before using the retinol. You want to give yourself a couple of days off from the retinol, retin A, retinoic acid, any of these vitamin A's, before doing a laser treatment or wax, or after. Give yourself a little break before you actually go and do, especially waxing. Waxing tends to pull the skin, which means you've already exfoliated with the vitamin A, and now you are waxing with a really hot wax. Sometimes they're too hot, and that can cause burning of the skin. So be careful. Alright guys, so hopefully this video was educational and informative. Comment down below, let me know what you guys thought of the video. Was it helpful? Was it educational? If you guys have any tips and tricks, I would love to hear how you guys apply your retinols. And also, if you guys have any more questions, you guys can follow me on my Instagram. I'm super active on that platform. I would love to still help you guys and guide you guys in the right direction. I'll talk to you guys soon and catch you on my next video. Bye!